Now we're going to hit the power button. Boom. We have power. So today we have another today we're gonna start working on the wiring to the rear. So as you guys saw, I got the Iceco TR45, and we're gonna go ahead and need power to run to the back. The Land Cruiser has this factory one socket here, but the gauge is about 16 to 18 gauge, so it's not gonna be good enough, at least for standards for the refrigerator. As you guys can see, I don't have the second row. But I am going to remove these panels to run the wires from the front to the back, and I'm going to go ahead and install, let me grab this, a blue C switch right here that's going to go right here, and it's going to be right here, so I could plug the fridge and do some other outlets here with as far as the USBs, or switch them around if needed to be. But it's going to be a lot easier to repair this piece here if I cut into here instead of cutting into the plastic. Well, at least for now, I'm going to run my power to here. I did get a fuse box, so hopefully if I could fit the fuse box in here as well, that would be great. So I'm just prepping for the parts to come in. So I went ahead and unscrewed these bolts here. This one I popped open. On this side, I did remove these two screws here. So you remove these two little caps, remove the two screws, put them right here. I did remove the seat belt here, and we're going to go ahead and try to pop this out. I'm sure I'm going to have to pop this here as well. Oh, there is a screw right there. Oh, actually, one of those star screws. So I don't know if I have those, but we're going to go ahead and try to pop this out so that we could run and pop these out and run all the wiring underneath the carpet to try to make it as clean as possible. And then I'll get a little bit more into the details of the wiring as soon as I get all the stuff. So I just want to jump up and get a head start on the removing of the panels. So we were able to pop that out. Pretty simple, not too very hard. You also got to remove the carpet so that you can slide the plastic over. As you guys can see, we have plenty of room. Our Land Cruiser doesn't have any of the heating system that some of them do. So you can see some plugs right there. So some of these plugs are for the rear heating systems in some of these cars, but we don't need that. We have plenty of room, so that'll give us plenty of space to work in here and run our power through here, in and out of here. As you guys can see, I could also, if I need to work on just the box, actually there's 4 screws here, 1 2 3 4. This vent actually doesn't really do anything for my particular vehicle, so we know that we have some space behind here that is not any troublesome here. So this is perfect area to run any type of wiring or any kind of diagrams here. So even utilizing this, we could take this off, this box piece, and still run all our stuff on the top. But for now, we're going to run all our stuff through here. Well, I already ran this 4-gauge wire across the car, so we're going to go ahead and put this up front to protect it. So 120 amp Blue Sea systems, and then we have a Blue Sea's ST blade block, fuse block for the rear. And then we're gonna possibly maybe put this here in that location. I don't know, I might run an extra 10 gauge directly to that, separate from these power wires. So probably from here over to a crossover. But we're still waiting on the Blue Sea switch panel, AC adapter or cigarette light adapter, and 2 other USB ports, so we can mount it here in the plastic. So let me show you how I ran the wire. So there's a rubber grommet in the Land Cruiser right around here, so I ran it through there. tucked in my wire. I'm gonna put some underneath the inner fender so you can't really see it. Then I'm gonna pop around through here, then drop into my power wire right here. So tucked it under here, and then my negative wire is right here, so it's gonna jump right to here to here. So it's gonna go direct power, direct negative all the way to the back, so that we have great a great contacts. Instead of running a negative into the, instead of tapping into the body, I'd rather have direct power from the battery, or direct negative from the battery. So I'm not a professional, I'm not an electrician, I'm not this is just my hobby and I'm enjoying it, so we keep moving. Ran the wire in through there, dropped it in down to the A pillar through here, ran it through here, across over here. As you can see, both wires are here. I'm gonna zip tie these together so they always stay in place. Run around here, then we're gonna run it under here, directly at the seam. So if I ever need to address anything here, then I do that, and then I just right over to the top and right there. The reason I ran it this way, it was easier just to come across directly from the battery and over this way, instead of drilling a hole in the other side and going over the motor. So for me, the less wires going over the engine, the better for me. So that's why I cut across this way, and then we'll set up our stuff there. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie this stuff, and then we're gonna mount this and mount this, and waiting for the blue C switch. Once that comes in, then we're gonna tighten it up and see if we have power to the back. As I mentioned, I ran the wire through here. I did put some wire loom around it. Already spliced, this is the positive. Already spliced this positive together. Have a positive wire here that's gonna go and go through wire loom and heat it to the positive here. The negative is also running underneath here. I've already crimped it and connected to the negative posts. I am going to get a positive cover for this. I should be getting that anytime soon now. So ran the negative and the positive directly to the battery from the back. Negative is already there, crimped and ready to go. Positive is pending. I am going to put a 120 amp up front circuit breaker. This is going to go mounted right in this area here. Hopefully I don't need to remove that box, but anyways, this will be double-sided tape, double-sided 3M tape to this piece right here. So this will go from the back, and then the positive wire to the battery will be right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this. I could have mounted somewhere over here, but I wanted to keep it as close to the battery as possible. So if there is any issues, it just only traveled about 12 inches or so from the battery to the breaker. So I'm gonna mount this here. It is, I don't know what that is, but it's some type of box. So hopefully if I ever need to remove it, this is double-sided tape, so it shouldn't be a big issue. I'm gonna clean the location, mount it, bolt it up, and go from there. Double stick tape is on, wire loom cover is on, little cap that goes on the top that goes here, protective is on. Just make sure to push the sleeve up a little bit. It's not triggered on because we also didn't connect it yet to the battery. So so this is all set to go to the back. Now what you have to do is wire the rear, plug this on here and put this back to normal. So let's start working on the rear. Okay, brought the plastic over to the vehicle. I mounted this here. I got these screws earlier today at a harbor or little surplus place. So this mounts it. The screws did go through a little bit. I'm gonna end up cutting those or trimming those off or filing them down. There should be enough room for the back of that. I also already used my step drill bit, and I I drilled 2 holes, 3/8, and as you can see, I'm gonna run the cables, the power and the negative, like this. One to the bottom for the power, one to the top for the negative. And I actually didn't center this completely, just in case if I wanted to add something over here, whether it's another breaker or whatever, so I don't even know. I can move this over a little bit. I mean, I could always move it, but I give myself some space to put if I want to mount something here. But I'm gonna put the connectors here and the connectors here, and then I'm gonna put the cover over it, and I'll put the switches here, run the switches directly to the back of this, to this, and we should call it a day. And even if I wanted to add some other stuff to it, I could always, you know, drill this way, drill upwards, and run all the power lines this way, or run all the power or this way too. So I have plenty of room this way to run it to the front, or most likely this way, or this way to go to the lights, for accessory lights to the top. So this is great. Can't wait to put this on, and I'll show you once I put the cover on it. I'm gonna crimp these together and show you what it looks like. Power, ground, I'm gonna tighten these up. We have full power to the back with the fuel fuse distribution. So grounds, positives, this gives me up to 12 fused power outlets. We're gonna use 10 gauge here, so yeah, perfect setup. Never have to mess with it again. I don't think so. We used the 4 gauge wire, should be plenty of power. Don't need anything thicker than that, at least for now. So good to go. Now put the switches right on the cover, and we should power up, and we should be good. Alright, so there you have it. We'll go ahead and install it tomorrow when there's daylight. Obviously it's nighttime now, but you're good to go. We'll show you the back portion of it. Should have enough space to clear the distribution box, but you know, if I ever wanted to not have this, and I could just replace this door. So till tomorrow. Good morning. So today I've already cut and stripped and put the power wire here. I'm gonna check how much length I want to give it, so that let's actually do that. So how much playroom I want to have when I open it. Again, we have plenty of space in the pocket. I'll probably say I'm gonna give myself, I don't know, probably at least this much room, so that if I needed to access this or fix anything or do anything else here, I mean, I could always disconnect it, so it wouldn't be so bad. But I think I'm gonna do about, you know, 8 inches or so I could be able to easily pull it out without having to always be disconnecting it from here or from there. So I think this is good. I didn't order black wire, 10 gauge black wire, because it was going to take longer, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the red for the ground too. So positive will go here to the main switch, and then you ground it here, and obviously we're going to use this 15 amp fuse and we're going to use the power to here, and we're going to go correct ground to here, reminding you guys that we have direct negative wire back here, so we should get awesome ground to this fuse box. Put this bad boy on like this. That would call it a day. Let's test it. We're here to our main power source. I guess this is direct power, so we won't have to have the vehicle on at any time. We're gonna go ahead and send power to the back. That should have done it. And make sure that this lights up. So now it has power here. We're gonna go ahead, plug our cell phone just to test that first. Our cell phone power cord. Now we're going to plug our phone. And we don't have power. Well, there's power to this. Okay, resets that way. On is that way. Okay, so I think I got a bad switch because I checked this one and it didn't work for the USB. But because I did take out the other USB out of the center and added my own cigarette lighter plug here, I tested this one and there is power to this one, so maybe that one's just bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these two out and put this one in. So I'll put the new switch, new USB port back in. We're gonna run power. Green light is on, as you guys can see. We're gonna plug our cell phone. That gives us charge. We're gonna have GoPros as well. So let's see, get some charge of both of them. GoPro is charging. The little red light is on here. So success. Obviously I put this on. Actually, let's try our fridge. I guess that was the main purpose of having it here. All right, moment of truth. The reason why we did this whole wiring in the back. I've already pre-chilled this because we are leaving on a trip today. So we'll go ahead and try the first outlet. Now we're gonna hit the power button. Boom. We have power, and I don't expect the fans to go off because it's super cold now, so it's reached its setting, but we do have power on and in the fridge at all times. Go ahead and try the second one. Let me turn this off. Second plug. We have power as well. So now our mission has been completed. We installed the main Group 31 battery in the Land Cruiser. We ran power wire to the back. We successfully installed our fridge power source and other goodies here. So the other one I'm going to use for my camp lighting. So looking forward to use this on the next trip that we're going here shortly. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was somewhat helpful. Hopefully you stayed till the end. This whole plug was pretty dope. It feels really good to know that I have constant power to the rear. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll keep you updated on the fridge and its capabilities and how I like it. So it's the Iceco TR45. All the products here you could see on the description below. If you have any if you guys want to pick it up, it is my Amazon account, so you'll be supporting that. And also Iceco, if you want a discount on this Iceco TR45 or the TR60, go ahead and click on the link below. You get 33% off. That's more than a lot of people are getting, even in these group buys. So 33% for watching this video at all times. So the description, the link is in the description, and I'll catch you on the next video. And yeah, keep the adventures coming.